Alright, what is up, guys? This is week 4 of flour, and as you can see, everything is gone. I chopped all my 6 girls down. I have the cuts, so I might do another run in the future, but this was a real setback for me. If you guys didn't see my last video, I was just starting week 3 of flour, and I found some pollen sacs on 4 plants. Now, I think I found out what the reason was, but I'm not entirely sure, so I have to run the cuts again. But for now, we're just gonna pop some new beans, and I'll save that for another video because I'm pretty excited about it. But I figured since everything's apart, I might as well show you guys how I built my drip irrigation system. So we'll start with this piece here. This is pretty much the main part of the system. These round pieces, I don't even know what the proper name is. I guess like bubbler manifold or something, but you can get them at Home Depot, and they pretty much work like the floor flex thing. They're like for gardening. These lines are floor flex lines, but I know Home Depot also sells just black lines that I probably should have bought, but my hydroponic store had these, so I just got them. And so the main thing with this piece is everything has to be the same length. That way you have an even amount of pressure going through each of these. If you're just using one, then you don't have to worry about this too much, but I'm using 2. You can cut them out to whatever size fits your needs. This is how I'm going to be doing it. I'm changing some things around. You can use PVC. I'm just using black 1/2-inch tubing. Not even using Teflon tape either. I'm just using electrical tape, and it stopped my leaks. So it did the job. You can use electrical tape if you don't have Teflon tape. So that's a good little tip for you guys. So this is the black piece that you can get from Home Depot, and then you'll need a 1/2-inch, I don't know what you would call this, but one end is threaded, a 1/2-inch thread, and the other end is like ribbed to fit these just over top. And once you have that, you need to find a line that will go into your tent, or if you have the reservoir inside the tent, you probably don't have to do this, but mine is outside the tent. And I'm kind of lucky because I have one of these 2-in-1 tents, so they're just, one side of the wall is just held on by Velcro. So I was able to just slide it through and cover it up with some tape, speed tape. I don't know what you call this tape, I forget right now, but yeah, you would just need a line coming in. I've seen other people just use their tent, like they'll kind of just zip up the ends, and that will most likely do the job. But yeah, I'm just showing what I'm doing. I don't know how easy it's going to be for you guys to do this, but anyway, so this is the line coming from the main reservoir, and I have it going through. Don't mind this side of the tent, I'm still resetting things in here. So it's coming through that end, going through there, and then coming out the tent. And then, all right, I just started the video again because it was kind of hard to see. I had to turn the light on, but like I was showing you guys, it comes out of this side, through there, over there, and then out. I just have it zipped up on either side there, you know, nothing too fancy. Another 90-degree elbow, 1/2-inch coming up, and then we have our reservoir. Whatever size fits your needs is up to you. I think this one is a 14-gallon. And then if we open it up, I just have a hole on the top that'll fit my tubing so that I can somewhat close this lid. And then we come in, and this is the reservoir. Now in here, you're gonna have your nutrients mixed up, and you're gonna have a submersible pump. I'm using a 295. Now there's calculations for figuring out what size you'll need for your tent. But you know, if you're growing in like a 4x4 or something like that, I'm sure that pump will do the job. You can probably get one a little bigger. But yeah, I'm using the 295. And I also have an additional pump in there, a really small one, and that's just mixing up the newts in here. Everything's off right now, but yeah, that'll just keep things mixed up so shit's not just like sitting. Then you have your electrical lines. If you wanted to make this cleaner, you guys could like cut out little notches so you can fit your wires in there and you can properly close this lid. I'll probably do that in the future, but not for now. And I almost forgot to mention, but you guys will probably have to learn about the siphon effect. And basically, I'm not too great at explaining it, but if you try set this up and you forget to address this siphon effect, you will come into your tent one day and you will find that your reservoir is empty and that there's water just spilling out of your tent. Now, luckily this hasn't happened to me, but I know it has happened to people. And the easiest way to fix this is to just poke a hole in your line coming out of your pump. And this hole has to be at the highest point of your reservoir. So mine, I poked a hole just under so that it drips downward, and that solved the issue. You can make this a lot cleaner and buy like check valves, but I literally just poked a hole on one side of the tubing and that fixed the issue. All right guys, and finally you will need a timer for your system. This is basically the brains of the whole setup, and you can use a timer like this. The only reason I'm not using this timer is that the lowest it can go is a minute. And because I'm growing in such small pots, I'm growing in 1 gallons, running the pump for a minute would probably I'd just be getting too much runoff. So I had to opt for a cycle timer. This one is from Grow Zone. I know Titan also makes one, but this one will let me water for 10 seconds up to 20 minutes, and its off time is between 1 minute and 12 hours. So you can get something similar like this. Just keep in mind they are a bit more expensive than this. This was actually like 4 times the price of that. But for my setup, it's just worth it, and I highly recommend you guys getting a timer like this if you can. It's easily the most expensive part of this whole setup, but it's worth it. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And just keep in mind this is a basic setup, so it's not like, I'm sure there's people watching this that have way better setups, but this is just to maybe show you guys how to quickly build one of these if you're, say, going on vacation, or yeah, or if you just want to switch to drip irrigation, because I can't lie, it's awesome. I've just freed up so much time to just do other things, and it's a game changer for sure. All right guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked the video, and feel free to hit me up if you have any questions. All right guys, peace.